It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Geno. And that's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now Geno on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A first look here for DJ Dallas. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Vikings take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of these guys.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Geno down to throw. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph now to have the PAT. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Smith. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this returnable for Rager. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Okay, ready?
Now Geno. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow,
first down, here's the run with Cook. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 21-0 our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Cousins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. after the interception. Here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 29 yards for Dalvin Cook. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Nifty move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Smith, this throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Smith. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Smith on 1st down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. A 1st down throw for Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Hey, Charles, give me water. Oh, geez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the 2nd half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 64 yards. And the Seahawks are able to at least get one score back. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful...
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll kick off the drive with Dallas. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings! Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Cousins on first down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make the play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. They'll run on first down with Dallas. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They start the drive with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
132 yards rushing for him, guys. He has been tremendous all day long. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys.
And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in 2nd down. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now Cousins. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got his big tight end fake. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cook up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 161 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. One last throw here for Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.